So I've done a lot of red and blue solo challenges, but I've never actually done a Pokemon Nuzlocke. So I decided to do a Pokemon Hardcore Nuzlocke in Pokemon Red. The main rules for this challenge are that we can only catch the first Pokemon we encounter per route, unless we've already caught it. If a Pokemon faints, that Pokemon is considered dead and we can no longer use it for the rest of the game, nor can we catch another from the same evolution line. And we can't level up our Pokemon past the highest level Pokemon in the next gym leader's fight. For the starter, I went with Barney the Bulbasaur. He's gonna help us with the first two gyms, which are the scariest in my opinion. And also, he's just so damn cute. We run an errand for Oak and get access to our first Pokeballs in Viridian City, which is when the encounters start to count. I catch Maya the Weedle, Mickey the Rattata, Elon the Pidgey, and MJ the male Nidoran. After leveling them up a bit, we easily take care of Brock with Barney, who learns Vine Whip at level 13. It's 4 times effective against both Geodude and Onix, so the entire battle takes 2 turns. We can continue catching Pokemon now that we can move to the east. I'm not going to talk about each one, but we did get Dwayne the Geodude Johnson in Mount Moon, which is amazing for taking care of the most common Pokemons in this game, which are normal types, flying types, poison types, fire types, and even electric types.
Who's a friendly little bee, playing oh so happily, buzzing here and buzzing there, busy buzzing everywhere. Maya loves and Maya cares, Maya gives and Maya shares, Maya likes.
Now it's time to take on Misty. Her Starmie is absolutely terrifying with a stab bubble beam, and the best stats in the game at this point. The only Pokemon that can actually clear this easily without requiring a sack is Ivysaur as far as I can tell. And even then, we get fairly close to needing a sacrifice, mostly because I'm a little bit underleveled. The rival fight north of Cerulean is also no problem. Dwayne can tank every member of his team, and we can switch on Abra to set up Leech Seed, heal up, and reset Geodude's accuracy thanks to Barney. After this, we have to take on the Nugget Bridge and some trainers in Route 25. We get an Abra encounter. Well, oh, luckily we do get another Abra encounter. Nope, no Pokemon for us, I guess. Let's just go down to Vermilion. We get the Old Rod and fish for a Magikarp next to the Guru's house. I'm definitely gonna try to evolve this into Gyarados. It's got great stats everywhere, and only really has to be scared of electric attacks. As long as we keep him out of those, he is a free win everywhere pretty much. I also catch Dumbo the Drowsy since I do want a Psychic type, and this was an encounter I could guarantee thanks to the duplicate clause. Plus Hypno is really good overall too. I spent over an hour switch training both Dumbo and Shenlong the Magikarp, but I start to get really tired and should have probably taken a break because I make 2 mistakes. First, my Pidgey dies in battle while switch training. It's not a big deal, Pidgeot's moveset is kinda bad, and we do have Fearow to replace it. But then my brain was so mushed at this point that I leave Shenlong out in front of an Oddish and lose any chance of getting my hands on a Gyarados as he dies to an Absorb. With that, I quickly made my way through the SSN and fought Blue. I started with MJ for some reason, but his Pokemon really aren't that threatening. The only ones that can threaten with damage are Raticate and Kadabra, but even then we can still beat them 1v1 and simply switch out to Dwayne to take care of the Charmeleon. After that I took a break, which helped me realize that I'm honestly doing pretty well despite my mistakes. I don't need to spend as much time as I am grinding up these honestly useless Pokemon. I should instead focus on getting to some good encounters as fast as possible. I have 3 in mind, 1 in Celadon and the other 2 require the Pokeflute. Surge is no problem at all for Dwayne, who has a 100% accuracy 1-hit KO for all of his Pokemon, and also resists all of their attacks. After that, we can make our way through Rock Tunnel and through the second underground path to Celadon. There we can get the first Pokemon I want for the rest of the game, Jolteon. It's really strong, one-hit KOing almost everything that doesn't resist Thunderbolt, and it also only has one weakness, Ground type, which is a very rare attack amongst Gen 1 learn sets. Not a lot of Pokemon are gonna threaten me with that. Siri the Fearow breezes through Erica, and we make our way through the Rocket Hideout, get the Sylph Scope, and easily walk to the Pokemon Tower. Even at this level, Charmeleon is still a non-threat to anyone who isn't weak to Ember, so Ivysaur in our case. Jolteon takes care of Pidgeotto and Gyarados, Fearow kills Execute, and Drowsy can put Kadabra to sleep and take him down with headbutts. We get the Poké-Flute, and we can get the other two encounters I was talking about. The first one is obviously Snorlax. He is super tanky, has great attack, and gets a stab on Body Slam, 2-hit KOing almost every Pokemon in the game. He can also learn Earthquake to take care of Ghost and Rock types, which resist the Body Slam. Once we get through the Eastern Snorlax, we get access to the Super Rod, which means we can fish for other Water-type encounters. In particular, Staryu and Tentacool are really good. Staryu evolves into Starmie, which, as we've said before, has great stats and a great learn set. And Tentacool is very tanky, and also learns very good moves in general, with a very high special as well. We end up getting a Tentacool here, which is at level 5 unfortunately, so we spend some time switch training it until he evolves into Tentacruel. With Dwayne the Graveler, Choji the Snorlax, Volt the Jolteon, and Hero the Tentacruel, I feel pretty unstoppable. However, while I was leveling Hero through switch training, I was a little careless with my starter. Rest in peace, Barney. Luckily, I did catch an Execute in the Safari Zone, which is a pretty good backup. However, despite its good defense, he died to a crit from Sludge. Rest in peace, Tamago. The good news is we finally managed to evolve Hero, so I think we're ready to take on the rival in Sylph Co. Hero gets a Lucky Freeze on Pidgeot and 2-hit KOs both the Bird and the Scrambled Eggs Pokemon. We switch in Snorlax on Gyarados and get a Lucky Paralysis with Body Slam. This allows Snorlax to outspeed and we move on to Alakazam. Jolteon's special is very good, so I can switch in safely and kill it after paralyzing it with Thunder Wave. Charizard goes down to a single Thunderbolt. Hero easily sweeps through Giovanni and we have freed the city of Saffron. Now we just have to breeze through the last 4 gyms. Dwayne absolutely destroys Koga. Sabrina takes some switching, but I take her down without much issue. Volt takes down 3 of the Pokemon by itself, and because of good AI, Alakazam is forced to spam Recover in front of my Hypno. Hero proceeds to sweep Blaine, and then Giovanni again. I guess the only thing left is another rival fight and the Elite Four. Hero takes down Pidgeot, Rhyhorn, and Execute in one hit. Jolteon comes in and kills the Gyarados. Alakazam is once again stuck on Recover, which allows us to put him to sleep, and switch in Dwayne for the win. Now when it comes to the Elite Four, most people play Hardcore Nuzlocke with the Little Cap being the highest level Pokemon of the 4th member, which would be a level 62 Dragonite. However, since we're doing so well, I decided to set up the level cap to the highest level Pokemon of the 1st member instead, a level 56 Lapras. Let's see how it goes. Volt uses Thunderbolt and... Oh! Lapras lived! Okay, well, Another Thunderbolt. Against Bruno, Hero uses Surf and... Alright, time for Agatha. Go Dumbo? I get confused and hit myself on turn 1. Luckily he misses Hypnosis turn 2 and I one-hit KO with Psychic. Turn 3 I hit myself in front of Golbat, which removes my badge boosts after he uses Haze. However, I still one-hit KO Haunter on the switch, Golbat and Arbok as well. Gengar lives one Psychic but just hits me with Confuse Ray and wastes the second turn using a Super Potion. Time for Lance. We lead with Volt to one-hit KO the Gyarados and then switch on the Dragonair to Hero, who proceeds to sweep the team with Ice Beam. Here we are for the final battle in the game. It's blue again. That's a lot of blue fights, honestly. We Thunderbolt the Pidgeot, put Alakazam to sleep with Dumbo, which allows us to set up Amnesias on Snorlax to kill the Zam and Executor. Snorlax unfortunately gets crit by a Hydro Pump, taking him down, but this gives us a free switch to Volt, who one-hit KOs the remaining Gyarados and Charizard. Well, that was pretty easy. I guess Gen 2 is next? See you then.